Alright, so I had somebody on my Valkyr video ask if I could show a live demonstration of the build, so that's what we're going to do now. Um, this is a different Valkyr fashion, don't worry, I still have the first one, which I still love. Beautiful. In case you wanted to see what I had on. No Sayandana, that's what all the attachments and stuff are. And Bloodshed Sigil. So that's what that is, but right now we are going with... I also have this one. This is like a succubus. And then this one. I like this one a lot too. It's pretty snazzy. So we'll be going with this one today so I don't scare so many people with the normal one I run. Now the build will be the same as I had in the Valkyr video I did before, though I will take here, just like I did in the video, I'll take Energize and Swing Line off, and Umbral Vitality off, because that's weird and you don't need it, so we'll just stick with this. I won't be showing the armor strip version right now because it would take a while to get to a point where you would actually need it, so we'll just show off this for right now. If you really wanted me to show off the armor strip at level cap, I might be able to try it, but I don't have the time for that right now. So that's what we'll be running, and I'll be running as again in the video, which I'll leave it as like a recommended at the end of this video. We'll be using the stat stick for Cronin, Parkour Velocity, Gladiator mods, since the Gladiator mods affect our claws, which here is the claws build. I put this stuff back on, though I will switch back to how I had it without the fancy mods. I think Prime Reach is necessary. I'm going to leave that on for now, but you can run not primed Fever Strike. So then we will also put on the primer, Diriga, with all of this stuff. Someone pointed out it'd be better to go Prime Laser Rifle. I'm still trying to get a Riven for that, so I can get its over 50% crit chance so that Denisha's Bond procs, but for right now I don't have it, so here's what we got. Again, I won't go into depth about the build, that's what the other video is for. This is just going to be showing it in action. The secondary doesn't really matter. I don't actually even ever use a secondary weapon when I play this, so we're just going to slap on Compressa and Amalgam Barrel Diffusion because I like the dodge speed. Primary, also irrelevant. I'll put on Paris because I love this thing. I'm going to do probably a new Paris video since there were some people that were confused or salty about my first one, and I didn't explain things very thoroughly, so I might do a new Paris video. We'll see, but we'll see. Then Naramon, of course, just for power spike up when you slam. And that is all the stuff we'll be running. So the mission we will be testing it on is a mission people probably do a fair bit now, is Armistice, the Steel Path Disruption. We'll be doing it on solo so blueberries don't mess with testing stuff. Hopefully my energy should be... Yeah, I got Equilibrium still. No Energize. This is without Arcane Energize, and we have an empty mod slot that really Streamline might be useful in, but we should be fine without it. Or at least I assume we'll be fine. If we're not, well, you know, well, I guess you'll see. Yeah, I don't care, Drusus. You're kind of scary looking. Do that, in case you're wondering, because I used to wonder how do people hack instantly. It's using a cipher, because you can press the cipher button triangle if you're on controller before it even shows the screen. So that's how I hacked that instantly. Makes things faster. So, first of all, I'm gonna get a few kills just to make sure I build my energy up. So it'll make life a lot easier before we start going into our claws. These enemies are, what, level 155, so they're not all that high, but I still think this will be a good way to show it off. Now, if we could get energy drops and a key, so that we could show it fighting Demolist or Demolisher every time. I haven't actually used this Valkyr build for Demolishers. I doubt it will be good for Demolishers just because how they are with like damage resistance and attenuation and resistance to a lot of different stuff basically, and I don't know if the guys here can nullify me or not. If they can, then I might be screwed, but we'll see. We'll see. So we'll go ahead and get into this now. As you can see, it does totally good damage. Now the normal attacks, without building up your combo, do not do a whole lot. Like I said in the beginning, you really want to spam the slide attacks. That is where all your damage comes from, as well as the Tenkai attacks. So here's a key. Some of the blue keys, so I guess we have to go this way. Sorry about being able to hear my controller. So I had said before in on a comment on one of my first videos that the mic I'm using, and the reason it sounds so bad is it's just the mic built in the PlayStation 5 controller, and the reason the recording software that I use to record isn't great is also because it's just the PS5 built-in stuff. So it's kind of doo-doo. I mean, wow, I'm gonna be real honest. I did not expect it to destroy the Demolisher like that. I didn't even have my combo built up. That just destroyed. Okay, that was pretty good. I didn't prime him with a gun at all, which you can do because see, while you're in your claws, you can still shoot prime enemies. So really, if you wanted to, you could prime for removing armor strip with corrosive with this build instead of going for the one with Fair Strike to armor strip. It's just, I find Fair Strike to be more consistent in hitting a bunch of enemies rather than trying to use it. But you can't, if you want to go that route for armor stripping, like putting on 2 green shards and using a gun while you're in the claws, that's also an option. So it's, oh, my Warframe ended, no wonder quickly. That can be good for Jen sometimes though, after you build up more up, and if you want to make sure you get the bonus strength, since it does snapshot strengths. Now we will go ahead and get the next one. I don't know how long this video will be, hopefully not too long, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole first cycle, all 4 Demolishers, just so that you can get a good idea. Now they're not high level right now, but I think it should get a good enough fight in. That was highly unfortunate. Yeah, see. Oh, wait, I did. Hang on. I gotta force myself out of that. I might have screwed myself over. I did not mean to teleport that far because he knocked me down before I could cast all my abilities. Now, if you're getting enough kills, you never have to leave your claws, even though the energy consumption starts to get... oh yeah, okay, yeah, they do nullify you. Yeah, if you don't kill them fast enough, you're gonna get nullified. So this might not have been the best mission to show off Valkyr. But, I mean, you saw in the first guy that he got absolutely destroyed. It's just that, if you get nullified, you're gonna have a... Yeah, see that, like, again, I didn't have Warcry, I didn't have... Wrathful Advance, I didn't have combo, and I still was able to do some pretty hefty damage. It's just that if you get nullified, things are gonna... I honestly wonder if Silence stops you from nullifying you. I doubt it. I don't think it's the ability. Because I know that's why it works on Acolytes. So it probably doesn't. It's just a random thought, though. So, cast this, run up to this guy. Oh, we kill him before, yeah, there we go. Before he nullifies us. Again, no priming with the gun or anything, and we didn't have our combo built up, because every time you exit your claws, it will reset the combo. It will not if you switch your gun while you're in your claws, because it still counts the ability being active, but if you end the ability to conserve energy or resets the energy drain buildup, it will reset your combo, which is a tad bit unfortunate, but it's not the end of it. Oh, it looks like there's actually a key over here, which is blind. Now, if we could get some energy, that would be great. The biggest problem with this Valkyr build, when you have as much energy needed as this one, is... Oh, I don't have a key. Is that you have to get a lot of kills, right? Like, if your KPM isn't high enough, you're not going to be getting enough energy to sustain yourself. And that can be annoying when you're just focusing on the objective and like disruption. So if you're soloing stuff, I honestly do not think this is the best build. Not by a long shot. But if you're in a team and you're just the guy that's going around killing everything, then this should be able to do just fine. Um, is the I don't wait. Hang on. Again, ending your claws and you'll get clapped. I'm not gonna like cut that out so you can see that like yeah, you can easily get killed if you aren't in your claws. That's why the purpose is to never not be in your claws, but if we're not getting enough kills, you can't sustain that. Oh, that's unfortunate. If you die, the acolyte runs away. I did not know that. I've never had that happen. I was gonna try to show killing the acolytes, but I guess not. Oh well. Um, it should be able to kill acolytes fairly well. Again, assuming you don't get suppressed, because that will destroy you. Suppressed, nullified, whatever you want to call it. So that is the demonstration. Again, I know I went down, died like 3 times, but that's because I wasn't able to get enough kills. My kills per minute was sitting at like 4, and we were just trying to focus on getting demolishers to spawn and finishing the wave. But if you're getting enough kills, it will more than suffice. And then you never have to worry about dying because you'll never exit your claws. So the survivability is very much there, assuming you make the build. If you were to do what I said earlier about running a gun to armor strip instead of running Pharaoh Strike over Wrathful Advance, and you go double green shards for corrosive stacks, I think Compressa is probably the best option, though you can go Nucore stuff instead, since most of the time you'll probably be focusing on one big enemy to try to armor strip over a bunch of other enemies. So yeah, there's the build, and again, that was with 2 empty mod slots. So you could run something like, let's see, Slap Streamline in here, and then a really underrated Exilus mod that's super cheap is Mobilize for the parkour velocity. And then Arcane Energize helps a lot if you have it. But if you don't have it, you can also go Arcane Avenger because it will still proc while you are in your fork, even though you don't actually take damage, you get hit. It can still proc Arcane Avenger. Or if you don't want Arcane Avenger, you can go Molt Vigor if you don't ever leave your claws, because then you can get the operator ability for strength and then cast on your Warcry and then do it again for your claws because it's snapshot strength. Or Arcane Consequence works for Park Velocity because you can get headshots with your stance, though Arcane Agility is probably better for on getting shot on damage to get the parkour velocity. Arcane Fury is probably the best option, honestly, just to get more melee damage, but a lot of the time I feel like you don't really need damage. Like if you build up to 12 times combo and you have Wrathful Advance, you should be getting tier 7 red crits, I believe, which is going to be doing some fat damage. So the longer you're in claws, bigger your combo, bigger your damage. So that doesn't tend to be an issue. That's going to be the end of this video and the demonstration. Hopefully you're satisfied. Hopefully the guy that wanted to see it is satisfied. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Dislike the video if you didn't like it. And yeah, adios.
All set. Serviced your weapons myself.